settling into a comfortable position, perhaps seated at ease or lying down, noticing the points of contact with the surface beneath you, feeling the weight of your body supported, and allowing your awareness to arrive fully in this moment, present, softening any tension, letting the mind become curious and open, gently noticing the rhythm of your breath, in and out, natural, effortless, a rhythm that guides awareness to your inner body, to sensations, to subtle shifts, to presence. Bring attention to your body now, noticing areas of tightness, areas of relaxation, the natural rise and fall of your chest as you breathe, the expansion of your abdomen. Each sensation, a gentle reminder that your body is alive, aware, and communicating. Imagine that every nerve ending is softly alert, observing, feeling ready to guide you. To bring conscious attention to the process of eating. Now bring to mind the act of eating. Visualize a simple meal or a snack. And as you visualize it, notice the colors, shapes, textures, the way light plays on the surface of the food, the subtle aroma that reaches your nose. Allow your senses to open to these details, not rushing, not judging, simply observing, imagining the anticipation of taste without any pressure, and noticing how awareness itself begins to deepen your connection to the food. Shift focus to the first bite, noticing the texture as it touches your tongue, the moisture, the firmness, the temperature. Allow your attention to rest fully on these sensations, noticing the subtle movement in your mouth, the way your teeth break down the food, how saliva mixes and prepares it to nourish you. And as you chew slowly, deliberately, notice the patterns, the rhythm, the micro movements of eating, each bite an opportunity to practice mindful attention. Bring awareness to taste, the initial flavor, the evolving sensation, the subtle aftertaste. Allow yourself to explore the complexity of flavors, the sweetness, the saltiness, the sour, the bitterness, the way the body registers these sensations and responds, noticing how the mind observes, how the body reacts. And as you rest in this awareness, imagine each taste anchoring you in presence, each sensation a thread connecting body and mind naturally, effortlessly, continuously. Now consider the concept of hunger, noticing the internal signals that arise before eating, subtle contractions, emptiness, lightness, or anticipation. And as you observe, allow yourself to distinguish between physical hunger and other cues, emotions, habits, environmental triggers, noticing the difference without judgment, simply observing, cultivating awareness of the body's natural signals, understanding the rhythm of appetite, the ebb and flow of need. Focus on fullness now, noticing how sensations evolve as you continue to eat, subtle signals in the stomach, changes in energy, temperature, tension. And as you observe, allow yourself to slow, to pause, noticing how awareness itself informs decisions, when to continue, when to stop, how mindfulness creates an innate guide, how being present with each bite allows the body to communicate naturally, without force, without judgment. Shift attention to the mind, noticing thoughts that arise around eating, expectations, memories, comparisons. Allow these thoughts to float by like clouds passing across the sky, without attachment, without evaluating, just noticing. And as you do, imagine imagine awareness acting as a gentle observer, a steady presence that brings attention back to the sensations of the body and the experience of eating, integrating mind and body into a single field of awareness. Consider now the idea of curiosity, a soft, open curiosity toward each meal, each bite, each sensation, noticing without needing to control, without needing to analyze, simply being present, allowing the mind to explore the textures, tastes, movements, and signals of the body. And as curiosity grows, notice how enjoyment and attention deepen, how the act of eating itself becomes a meditation, an embodied practice of mindfulness. Now bring attention to the subtle emotional states around food, noticing if there is anticipation, excitement, guilt, worry, or habit. And as you observe, allow each emotion to be acknowledged, understood as part of the experience, without judgment, without suppression, simply noticing. And as awareness rests here, imagine creating space between emotional response and physical act, cultivating a calm, mindful approach, noticing that presence allows choice, allows ease, allows balanced response. Shift focus to the sensory environment, noticing sounds, sights, and even textures around you, the movement of air, the ambient light, the faint hum of activity. And as you observe, imagine each of these elements enhancing mindful attention rather than distracting, each cue an invitation to return to presence, to reconnect with the rhythm of eating, to notice every nuance, every sensation, every micro moment of experience. Bring awareness now to patterns and habits, noticing how automatic responses arise around eating, reaching for food without hunger, eating quickly, distractedly, or emotionally. And as you observe, imagine gently shifting, slowing down, pausing before each bite, noticing the sensations, breathing consciously, allowing curiosity and presence to guide behavior, noticing how subtle shifts embed into habitual patterns, gradually transforming them, effortlessly, naturally, continuously. Now focus on gratitude, noticing the gift of nourishment, the way the body supports life, energy, and function. And as you rest in this gratitude, imagine it amplifying awareness, deepening attention to each sensation, reinforcing the mind-body connection, creating a space where mindful eating becomes natural, enjoyable, and sustainable, effortlessly, continuously. Shift attention to the integration of mind, body, and environment, noticing how awareness flows from internal sensations to external cues, how thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations interplay. And as you observe, imagine harmonizing all these layers, each meal a moment to practice presence, each bite an opportunity to reinforce awareness. And as integration deepens, notice a sense of coherence, balance, and calm, effortlessly, naturally, continuously. Consider now subtle visualizations of future meals, imagining approaching each with mindful presence, slow, attentive, aware of sensations, hunger, and fullness, noticing choices arising naturally from the body's signals. And as you visualize, imagine neural pathways forming, pathways that embed mindful attention, awareness, and calm into everyday eating, gradually making conscious choices effortless and intuitive. Bring attention to subtle bodily cues, noticing digestion, changes in energy, the flow of nutrients. And as you observe, imagine the body communicating more clearly. The nervous system signaling need and satisfaction. Each meal reinforcing awareness. Each choice strengthening the connection between mind and body. Embedding healthy, mindful habits effortlessly, naturally, continuously. Shift focus now to deeper awareness, noticing the spaces between bites, the pause, the micro moments of reflection, the subtle shifts in posture, muscle tone, and breathing. And as you rest here, imagine each pause as a reinforcing moment, a chance to observe, a chance to return to presence, a chance to practice awareness, integrating mindful attention into the full rhythm of the eating experience. Bring attention to the sense of accomplishment, noticing each time you observe a sensation, each time you pause, each time you choose awareness over habit. And as you notice, imagine reinforcing neural pathways of conscious attention, mindful choice, and body-mind harmony, strengthening the foundation for balanced, intentional eating, effortlessly, continuously. Finally, rest in this awareness anchored in the body, present in sensations, calm and curious, noticing each breath, each movement, each sensation of fullness and hunger. And as you rest, know that mindful attention is always available, that each meal is an opportunity to practice presence, to connect with the body, to honor its signals, and that over time, awareness becomes effortless, natural, and fully integrated